I think when you look across the agriculture industry that it's pretty evident that the top performing farmers have both parties heavily involved in running their business, and so we both have different roles that complement each other, and I think we sort of play to our strengths a bit and work well together as a team and communicate well, and that's probably one of our keys to success. We were asked to join the RMPP in March of 2015 by our agent at the time, and we didn't really know much about the program or what it was going to involve, but it sounded really positive, so we jumped in, and yeah, we were asked to sort of identify some of the strengths and limitations in our business and develop some key focus areas that we wanted to look at. So we developed 3 key focus areas.
One of our focuses being soil fertility. We looked in depth with that with a full farm soil testing, and we had a couple of soil scientists out to look at what's happening in the soil. The benefits we got out of the soil testing was we realised we had put on too much in the past on different paddocks, and that allowed us to back off, and quite a reasonable saving in money that year.
Another key focus area was improving the production from our ewe flock, so we wanted to increase both scanning and lambing percentages, lessen the losses between scanning and tailing, bring forward our mean kill date of lambs and improve the genetics. So we've seen quite a few improvements in our sheep system so far. We've increased our average lamb carcass weight by 1 kilo and brought our average killing date forward by 3 weeks, and we've also had a 6% increase in two-tooth scannings.
With our bull beef scenario, what we're looking at there, we reared our own calves and we found that it just didn't quite work, so we ran the FarmX model and found out that we were holding cattle over the dry summer. So in the end we've decided not to do our own calves. Another thing we looked at there was techno farming of our bull beef. Thought that would be quite a good idea. Through RMPP being in the program, we went to have a look at a couple of farms. It didn't fit our whole stocking policy. We had sheep, fattening lambs as well that we wanted to integrate there. Another one was animal health with worm burdens and that, and it was quite labour intensive, and we just didn't see that fitting our property of what we wanted to do. I also done a 3-day course on techno farming, and we ran the scenario through FarmX as well, and from that we found that it wasn't going to fit our system at this stage, so we didn't do it. But yeah, we wouldn't have done that if we hadn't been with RMPP. We probably would have gone ahead with it.
Technology in farming is changing all the time, and there's probably 3 programs that we use that really help and add value to our business. One of them is Cash Manager, which we use for all the financial budgeting and reporting, and we've used that for a number of years and find it fantastic. Another one, which is pretty recent, is FarmX. It's been really good to run all the what-if scenarios through and see what sort of effect it's going to have on your bottom line and help you make decisions a lot easier. And the third one is Farm IQ, which we've only had for a couple of years now, but it's really helped bridge the gap in our monitoring and recording processes, because Dave and Blake can just put stuff straight on their phone out in the paddock as they're doing it, rather than having to write it down and remember to tell me and me put it into the computer.
With Farm IQ, we found that having everything in the one place has been great, like chemical application, fertiliser, animal health treatments, and one big thing is our daily shifting of our stock. Whenever it's being shifted, it's being recorded, so it's giving us actual days in paddocks. And there was quite a variance, a big variance over a farm like this, from 1 stock unit to some paddocks up to 16 stock units. From the data we've collected through the shifting of the animals, we've found that our low producing paddocks at 1 stock unit to the hectare, luckily we found that out, and we're planting Pinus radiata this year in 82 hectares of it. The small group approach through the RMPP has suited us best because we get to form relationships with the other farmers.
So the field trips that we've been on through the RMPP have been fantastic, and we always come home feeling really inspired and energised and full of new ideas. And one thing that gets reiterated every sort of property we go to is that these top performing farmers don't have some magic trick that the rest of us don't know about. They're just doing the basics and doing them really well. And timing is critical for everything, and there's often only a small window to make a change that's going to have a big impact. So when we got back from our last field trip after visiting some really cool properties, we decided to reassess where we were at, and so we broke our farming business down into sections and wrote lists of everything we do in each section, and then did a SWOT analysis on each of those sections, and that really helped us clarify our goals and priorities and made us sort of plan of where we were going next. Running a farm business is complex, and you're expected to be an agronomist, a soil scientist, a vet, a financial planner, a mechanic, the list goes on, and not everyone can be good at everything. So I think it's really important to find the people that can fill those gaps in your business and that you can lean on for advice or help on things that you're not so good at.
On the recent field trip we were on, we had Tom Fraser with us, and we were at a farm that had used him 10 years prior probably, and they're in a very similar position to what we are now back then, and Tom really helped them through. So I seized the moment and went and asked Tom when we could get him on farm basically, and from that we've sort of started a team around us. So we've got an advisory board on basically starting up. Now we're starting to feel our way of who we want and who we can trust in our business. Now the RMPP program that we've been in, we've learnt a hell of a lot out of it in the last 2.5 years that we've been in it. It's been great for our farming business, and I highly recommend if anyone gets approached or wants to get into it, approach RMPP to join in to the new action groups that they're setting up.